It's official. Republicans now control both houses of Congress, and that means they have even more power to counter the Obama administration and its policy goals. VOA Congressional Correspondent Saine tells us what that's going to mean for the president and the big issues as this power shift takes hold.
So Saine, you've been on Capitol Hill for 5 years. Now things have changed now. There's a Republican-controlled Congress and Senate. So what's going on up there? People are coming, people are going?
Yes, that's right. It is a huge change. Physically, people are moving offices. There's chairs and desks and everything all out in the halls. And whoever Republicans are now in the majority, so they get the bigger offices, the nicer offices. There's the weekly Senate luncheons. The Republicans now have the nicer room to hold their luncheons.
After a vacation with his family in Hawaii, President Obama returned to Washington to face a stark new political reality. Incoming Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told CNN's State of the Union that the Senate will vote on a lot of things the president is not going to like, such as a proposed oil pipeline and energy deregulation. One of the new Republican members of Congress, Mia Love, says lawmakers need to pay more attention to voters.
You know, we have faced dysfunction because people on both sides of the aisle have said, you know, we want Americans to trust us again, and we've got that backwards. We have to trust the American people again.
You know, it's hard if you've been used to being in the majority and then all of a sudden you're not the chairman. But of course, it also comes with real power, these committee chairmanships, and also in deciding what gets put on the agenda. And now, you know, we're probably going to talk about this ongoing Iran nuclear issue. The president is very much invested in this diplomatic approach, international talks, and some in Congress say, look, this has been going on long enough, we need to apply more sanctions. And we saw this playing out interestingly with House Speaker Boehner.
Inviting the Prime Minister from Israel.
Exactly. And some have commented that it was a bit striking that it came on the day after the State of the Union speech. And reporters asked Speaker Boehner, you know, did you consult with the White House on this? And he said, no, I did not consult with the White House. I don't need to. We can invite foreign leaders. But everyone says that usually these sort of having a foreign leader come and address a joint meeting of Congress is usually done after lengthy consultations with the White House and the State Department. And usually the leader will also be meeting with the president or with White House officials or something like that.
So that's going to be one big topic. So, but aside from that, what is going to be their agenda? They don't really know what that is yet, or they have to. It's going to take a little bit of time to put it together.
Right. I think it will take some time. I think there's some areas where they may work together, that they all want tax reform. Interestingly, Congressional Republicans and the president are more on the same page about international trade agreements, and also on the issue of authorizing the operations that are already gone on in Iraq and Syria against the group that calls itself the Islamic State.
Who are some of the more interesting politicians that you've spoken with over the years? Do you have any that tend to open up a little bit more?
Yes, on the House side, Republican Tom Cole, who's been around for a long time, and he loves talking to reporters. He likes VOA, and whenever I go to him, you know, you get the straight answer of what exactly is going on. And he seems to have in his party a sort of a very moderate, pragmatic position, so he's a great one to go to. And on the Senate side, I mentioned Senator Bob Corker, who is also very forthright, and like I said, oh, hello, VOA, you know, whenever we walk up to him, and also, you know, seems to take a very pragmatic stance. Another one which may be familiar to our international audience is Senator John McCain, who literally...
He's always available.
He's always available, and he says, you know, ask me anything. And he's now chairman of the Armed Services Committee, so he'll be playing a very influential role once again.